Welcome back to Spitballin Cards. In this video, we're talking exclusively about the Paul Skenes rookie debut patch autograph, the bounties that are out there, Livvy, Dunne, and much more. So in this episode, you have me, Scott, we have Phil, Jeff, and Ty. Fellas, it's good to see you. This is coming out on Tuesday. That is November 19th. Let's talk about Paul Skenes rookie debut patch autographs. We are seeing a couple bounties. The first one is I've heard of a specific card shop in Pennsylvania, yes, Pittsburgh area, and he's offering like 250 grand if they bring it to him, and then it's 350 grand if it's pulled in his shop, which is cool. But we also have the Pirates throwing their hat in the ring. They're offering a massive deal of 30 years of season tickets behind home plate at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. How do we feel about these bounties? Would you take the Pirates bounty, or would you try to take the cash in an auction? What do you think, Jeff?
I love it. First of all, I love the idea that the Pirates are getting involved in it. It's bringing a lot of attention to the hobby, and for a good reason. This debut patch, as we've talked about in prior episodes, is a great idea. There's some other cool stuff besides the 30 years. There's like a softball game for 30 people on PNC Field with Pirates as coaches, and the whole thing sounds really great. I don't know if I would do it because I don't live in Pittsburgh. I think the likelihood of a Pittsburgh fan pulling it is pretty slim, so I don't know if they would then buy it and then go to the Pirates and get the bounty, or if you're just better off going to Golden. But I love the idea that they're out there, and I know more and more things get added to it. You alluded to the Livvy Dunne offering to watch a game in her suite with her. I think one of the night show hosts offered to VIP passes if you can just look at the card. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there, which is really cool. I kind of was joking with a friend saying in 5 years, when he goes to the Yankees, you're still going to be getting season tickets for the next 25 years from the Pirates. I feel like long term, maybe it's not the best investment of your time and money for those season tickets, but it's a great idea for them to be involved.
Yeah, one thing I didn't know in the introduction, but I should have. We actually tried to record this video earlier tonight, but it turned into a Topps Dynasty conversation somehow. So that'll be released later this week when we say we're talking about Paul Skenes. We're talking about Topps Dynasty. So anyways, back to this particular card. I did the math on like compounding interest. If you were to sell every single one of these season tickets, you'd make like $3 million, assuming each ticket goes for $200 every night for the 81 games. It'd be $3 million over 30 years. For me, I'm 29, 59 years old. That's a good little retirement fund right there. But you also could just sell this card potentially for 250 grand and then invest that. So, Phil, what are you leaning on this one? Do you want to see Livvy Dunne that bad? You're taking the Pirates offer?
Time value of money, Scott. You've got to discount all those cash flows back to the present. So it's not really $3 million in today's cash for to do that. And who the hell is spending $200 for a Pirates ticket? I know, you probably did actually research that. So this is like a bet, a Pirates brass bet on their team not being competitive for the next 30 years. Like, we won't sell out our stadium, not even the most desirable spots in our stadium. Like, literally, you can be on TV every day. There's probably going to be just an empty space here. So at least we can fill it that way. But I think this is cool that there's a real bounty this time from a real shop. That's not something that's like, I have some backdoor money from fanatics like DA Card World, like, Jordan Walker, like, do it. Like, yeah. Say it's from you. Yeah. Say 150,000. Yeah. That's a good amount. This is kind of cool that it's a significant amount of money, and it's a lot more than the Bowman Chrome super autograph sale, one of one. There was either one or two sales of that card, and I think the non-auto also sold. Did any of those? Okay, did that break 125,000?
The first sale went for like 80.
Yeah.
The second one for like 125.
Okay, yeah. So that's still about half of the cash offer bounty if you're to like take away the Pirates. Yeah. So that's ballsy. For instance, the Elly just got pulled right before we started recording this episode, and what are the chances if that goes in auction that some buyer will have the balls to pay more than the one-of-one superfractor auto of Elly, which was $300K plus?
The first superfractor autograph, let's be clear, not the rookie Bowman Chrome superfractor, right?
Exactly. So, like, is that really going to go for above $300K in auction? I think it's a step in the right direction for these cards. Last year, again, we saw a lot of like artificial demand being pumped in through the bounties. But now we're seeing like somebody on social media was saying that if they pulled the Jackson Holiday MLB debut patch, that he would offer a bounty. Then somebody responds, well, it would be helpful if you set the price so people could take you more seriously. And he's like, 100K. It's like, whoa. Like, so we're seeing these real bounties coming around. And this is, a subject for another episode. The disconnect between wax prices and the cards, the underlying cards inside. One of the issues is there's so much marketing effort that's getting people to open the cards, but there's not as much going in to the cards themselves and making higher value, higher quality cards inside and creating demand from that side. But I think this is a good example in the right direction where there's demand for those one-of-one patches for sure. And that hopefully it sticks, and hopefully this isn't just one giant bubble.
It's moving more towards the lottery ticket idea, as we've talked about.
Tops now, these cards, it's kind of a shame. At least these cards are obtainable to the average collector. They could be in any Topps Chrome update box, less likely to be scanned as well as other products because there are so much of it. Maybe it's not worth paying to get $50 a pack scanned. Maybe the Breaker's Delight potentially, because that is one pack. But I think it's in a better position. I like that they're in this product still. Ty, what are your thoughts on all the bounties and stuff?
I'll keep it at like the high level, like the philosophical level of like the thing and whether or not I would do it. I wouldn't do it because, like Jeff said, I don't live in Pittsburgh. Put it into a situation where Paul Skenes plays for the Braves and I could do it here. I still couldn't justify it on its face, but like doing the math probably is really valuable. Can you actually transfer the tickets? Can you sell them? It probably could pay off. Like immediately my mind is going to these other, like, you guys know who Mattress Mack is? The guy who like always bets on the Astros and like he hedges basically his bets with the Astros on giving people refunds for mattresses that they buy from his mattress store in Houston. And he like always makes money out of the situation, like one way or the other, because he's like driving a bunch of people to come and buy mattresses from him on the hopes that they'll get some refund check sent to them down the road if the Astros win the World Series. Like there's some kind of gaming outcome here where some smart person is going to be just like the taco fractor or something is going to go buy this card and turn what could have been a $250,000 or $300,000 theoretically sale on this card into multiple millions of cards. So I don't know. It's interesting. I think you guys did a good job breaking down like the fact that it is sort of captivating that the Pirates are in on this and that they're kind of putting a cool package together. But at the end of the day, it's just like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I need other things more than I need a softball game at Petco and other things like that. So,
yeah, to Ty's point, I just want to bring something up here now. They're talking about gaming the system. So if you had the choice, would you take that bounty? Let's say, is the bounty 250? Is that what it is, Phil? Yeah. 250 or 350?
That's what I saw on Twitter. So if Twitter's accurate, then yes.
Okay, would you take that, or would you take it to Golden and put it on auction? Because the Pirates are calling it a $2.7 million. Scott's calling it $3 million. Is there a world where you do get a Pirates fan, a rich local fan that wants to buy it and cash it in? Would he pay $500,000 for it? Would he go over that? And after
that's a good question.
Taken out, how much would you net? So that's just a little thought exercise. Would you just immediately take the bounty, or would you take your chances and put it on the open market?
That's a good question. I know Ken Golden posted a plea of saying, "Give it to me first. I'll be able." But will you, Ken? You know, we've seen some collectibles fall short of his lofty expectations. Realistically, if there's ever a card that's going to get caught up in hype, which we've all learned is incredibly important in sports cards, probably more important than anything else, it's this card. It is the card of the moment. Hopefully it's not like the triple autograph of LeBron, Curry, and Durant that never showed up. Hopefully it actually shows up. Have we seen some of the other cards from last year even? This card doesn't show up, it's going to be not good for it. It's better that it gets pulled right now, to be full honest, if you want to sell it. So if you get it and everybody's still talking about it, auction it, see what happens. Worst case,
I mean, then again,
so
Stephen Curry's Topps Chrome Superfractor rookie card has never surfaced, and it would definitely be better to pull it now than it would have.
But a pitcher in Major League Baseball is a little bit scarier than a certified.
I was thinking, like, what if it's the year 2029 and Paul Skenes has had 3 Tommy Johns and is no longer pitching? But then the commentators are like cutting to the guy who took the season tickets, going like, "There's the guy who turned in the Skenes to lifetime tickets." Be pretty funny.
There's got to be some like sort of negotiation you might be able to do, depending on the terms of the 250K cash bounty. Do you have to take it within like 24 hours of pulling it? Because if you don't, then you can do this whole like standstill thing, like go back to the Pirates and be like, hey, let's like do that deal, except I just want like 5 years worth of tickets, and can I just get that in cash instead? So it's like, still over the 250K bounty, and throw in like a few tickets to make it seem like I'm a Pirates fan and actually care about baseball, and
throw in that softball game on the field. Fly me and my
like
30 friends in to play.
The Livvy Dunne meet and greet, like sounds like super weird. What sort of thing, like what's the end game? I don't know. But anyways, Chris would probably have an opinion there, but
I wish Chris was here for that one. Chris would give us his true thoughts, wouldn't he? So we miss you, Chris. All right. Want to wrap this one up? We feeling good about it?
Yep.
Just one thing. So when I was saying like, oh, Fanatics are doing great. They're marketing the cards and they're creating demand for the cards and creating better cards for us. I did the math last year with the Volpe and Jordan Walker bounties. That adds in value to the box about $7 per box. So it doesn't. It's like what we're seeing today with the box prices increasing to like 330. I think on Blowout you can find it for like $300 a hobby box. This you could get quantity of 20 on release day, and the window is open for at least 3 hours on the Topps website. $200 plus tax. You get those hobby boxes for. Even that, people are getting slaughtered, right? So like if there's 3x greater chance to pull a 101 debut patch this year, there's better names. The bounties are a little bit more impressive. So that $7 turns into like, I don't know, $30 of extra value. Like it's not going to make up the difference of what people are paying on the aftermarket. Last year's boxes you could get for $120 on release day. This year, $300. And people are complaining about jumbos. Like, oh, I didn't think I would get like $60 in value back. Like, and a lot of people that aren't into baseball are finding out what product this debut patch is in, and they're seeking out the product. Like there's a lot of confusion in some of the more like generalist type of Facebook groups like Sports Cards and Nonsense. A lot of people are asking about the product, which product to buy. And even those mega boxes right now, Jeff, they're going for $100 plus. And those who are bloodbath at 60. Some people spend even less than that and got completely taken advantage of. It's just funny how regular Topps paper update is at $130, probably gives you more money back in dollars than a $300 box of Topps Chrome update.
You just don't have that lottery ticket. You just don't have that $1 million lottery ticket, right? Potentially.
Exactly.
All right. Ty, any thoughts? Are you good?
I'm good.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Let us know what you would do if you pulled this card, what you think this will go for. And other than that, we will see you in the next episode.